It is very well known, certainly for those that are sitting over here, the Rebbe's Sikh has been negated to the name of the Rebbetzin Chaya Mushka, and how that Chaya is associated with life and Mushka means a smell, and why that Neshaya B'nois Yisrael, Jewish women and girls, their mission in life is to make every mitzvah and Bechlal Torah mitzvahs Bechlal and Yiddishkeit Bechlal Chlolus should be done in a oifen of Chaya Mushka in a lebendige way, mit a reich tov, mit a ur tov, with a good smell and a good light, with a varmkeit. And the Rebbe links that with the Lashon HaGemara of Dira No Marcheves Daite Shalodam. One of the novel concepts that we find in this sikh is that while in general we have the instruction and the schus and the privilege to make a dira b'tachtoinim, to make this world a dwelling place for Hashem, the focus of the woman is not only to make a dira b'tachtoinim, but to make a dira noah, to make a beautiful dwelling place for Hashem. But the Rebbe is not satisfied with only leaving this to the domain of the woman. The Rebbe wants us all that we should start putting our focus, particularly in the Sikha of Tafshinun Beis, Kuntras B'chai Yevarech Yisrael, that we should put our focus and not to be satisfied with the general outline of the Dira, but just like in Gashmias, we need to make sure it's a Dira, no, it's beautiful, good looking, and well attended to. So too the Dira that we make for Hashem should be a Taka Dira, no, beautiful. Something which is the character of women, the way they're involved in chinuch and the way they're involved in the mitzvah of Neder Shabbos Kodesh. All the mitzvahs of the woman are linked with this point of bringing in a varemkeit, a lebendigkeit, a lichtigkeit, a dira no, a beauty to everything they do. And if we may say, sitting here in 770 Chav Bei Shvat Tavshin Pei Beis, all too often, especially if we're addicted to hearing the news, all too often we think we're living we hear this sorrow and this tragedy and this lashon hara and something negative about someone else, and we think life is miserable. Someone once said that the expression "Shvert is eine Yid" has ruined the education for quite a few children. Shvert is eine Yid, it's difficult, it's miserable. We are living in a dira no, in a beautiful place. Klal Yisrael b'chlal and Anash b'frat, and Toish v'Ashchona b'frat are a dira no, a beautiful dwelling place for Hashem. Not a day passes where we don't hear of another beautiful venture to help Anshe Shlomeinu, Toish v'Ashchona, whether in Torah, Avodah, Gemuz Chasadim, Chassidishkeit, in Yana Gul Mashiach Ve'eretnach. Obviously, I just saw for a couple of seconds while I was putting on film this morning a sign about Mei Ve'esrim Shana, 120 letters of the Rebbe everybody should learn, Achlata for 120 tanks, and 120 hours of Sichos. I didn't really get the whole thing. I gave up after I saw the first one. And this is like Dvarim Shel Mabakach. This is one of the things we do. And then it's a gemach for people that need carriages and playpens, and another gemach that helps people with gartlach, which has been around for many, many years. Every day there's another gemach helping people. So many different things are being done in our kehillah to sign the tchum of Avis Yisrael and Achdus Yisrael. So many initiatives were done amongst different individuals, both private individuals and leadership positions, to create more and more Achdus. We're sitting here, it's mind-boggling, we're sitting here a shy 2 years from when Vayhi Magefa Ba'am, where the best and the brightest, the best and the shenster from our community were taken one out of another. We picked ourselves up and we moved forward. Not Chav Bei Shvat Pei Beis, in Tafshin Pei. One verbringen, another activity, Hatzolah, Gemach. Non-stop, it's a community that's non-stop, a dira no, v'melech malcha amlachem HaKadosh Baruch Hu. To sit over here and to think about the fact We talk about sometimes the machloikas and the vikuchim. When people are arguing in our kehillah, when they're arguing, it's because everybody cares. Some say you should get vaccinated because they care. And the others say don't get vaccinated because they care. And they get so hot-headed about their argument and heated about it because they really, all of them really genuinely care. And that applies to every argument. I was once sitting with individuals that are not from Hadassah Chassidim yet. And the joke went around the table about the various different groups that in every chassidus is divided into two. And being that I was sitting amongst the crowd, so you're not supposed to be a oimid bein hayoshvim, you're not supposed to stand amongst those that sit and sit amongst those that stand. So I joined in their conversation. So then someone tells me, "Hey, you're part of the joke too. Lubavitch is also too." I said, no. By you guys, there's two rebbes for each group. By us, there's two teams arguing what does the rebbe really want. It's all with one rebbe. Everybody has one agenda, one focus. I'm not talking now about the pratim. You can get caught up in the pratim. It is a tremendous dira nof and melech malchem lachem HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We have the most beautiful kehillah that exists in the entire universe. I'm talking about Kilas Anash and Kilas Crown Heights, the most beautiful kehillah that you can only imagine. And as usual, the negative things make it to the media, makes it to social media, to the WhatsApp. The beautiful activities that people are doing. Why do we need that someone should pass away, that in the middle of the Shiva they should start a WhatsApp group to say stories about all the good things that he did when he was alive? So many things in Segisach and Sevartzach, it's non-stop, it's mamish non-stop. Non-stop of a Dira Nof and Melech Malchem Lachem HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Indeed, tremendous. But it's not only about others, it's about ourselves. We sometimes have an ability to recognize that other people are doing great things, but we think that we are not doing good things. We still need, and while Cheshbon HaNefesh is a great thing, a young man came to me today, he had to take over his father's business, his father's not well, and he tells me, I have really no idea, how do you do this Meiser thing? How do I do Meiser in the business? So I tried to explain to him the expenditure, the income. I said, I understand, you're a businessman. Don't you have Mesudadige books? So he tells me, well, there's the books, the official books, and then there's the stuff that's cash. And that doesn't get recorded. So I said, well, in order to be a good businessman, you need to have everything recorded. Because how do you know if you're making money or not making money? Maybe you're losing money every single minute. So I went through with them how you have to have a cheshbon, balance sheet, and how that would apply to Meiser. So we were talking about it that a person, if he wants to run a successful business, you can't make a cheshbon every single minute of the business. Like the Rebbe says, you'll never be able to do any work. You have to be on Amazon non-stop. You can't be busy making a cheshbon if you're making money, not making money. But at the end of the day, you have to know the score b'chlalos. Are you up or down? The end of the week, more befratius. At the end of the month, you really have to make a review. And at the end of the year, every normal businessman, haroi lishmoi, makes a cheshbon to see if the business is going up and down. You know how restaurants close on every 3 years? You know that minig? That's to say that the life expectancy of a restaurant is approximately 3 months. Those that made it to 3 years are doing very well. Why? They put in a lot of money, and then they don't notice that they're not making any money. They're keeping on investing money. And the guy that really... So you have to know what's your cheshbon for right now and what's your prognosis for the future. That's how it works in business. So the Rebbe uses this mashal and tells us with regard to cheshbon HaNefesh that you can't make a cheshbon HaNefesh non-stop because then you won't be making money. Ruchni is the currency. You have to do Torah mitzvahs. The end of the day, Krish Shalamita. The end of the week, Leil Shishi. The end of the month, Yom Kippur Kat Nerev Rishchaydish. And the end of the year, you really do stock taking, and that's the Chaydish El. So Cheshbon HaNefesh is a gewaltige Sach, but we have no time for Cheshbonis. That's a one-off. We have to notice that what we're doing right now, and we're doing great stuff. Ala Yochid, ala Klal, ala Moistis, Hatzola, teachers, parents, Malamdim, private things. There's so many Moistis that you haven't even heard of that even I haven't heard of, and every day hear about another moisid, another element. Like I said, it's really a true Didana. But we have to not be satisfied with this Didana. We have to turn to the Eibishter and tell him, we completed Asinu Shlichuscha. We completed your Shlichus. We made a Dida B'Tachtoinim. And we're not satisfied with the Dida. We made a Dida no lo yizbarach b'tachtoinim. We have a beautiful place. You're welcome home. We put up big Baruch Haba signs, welcome home. We set up the scene. We have the tables and the furniture and everything is set with the roses. Everything is ready. All we're asking is, Abba, come home. There's a welcome home sign. Come home. There's a beautiful Dida no. That Abba Avinu Shebashamayim should come home and take us to the Beis Hamikdash Ashlishi, which we merged with 770. We already have Me'em V'Dugmas Beis Hamikdash Ashlishi in 770 in a lot of different ways. But we should have Taka the culmination of that merging, Bias Mashiach Tzidkenu, and we'll see the Rebbe Malkeinu Melech HaMashiach B'Rasheinu V'Teke from Yad Mamish.